I don't usually talk about LEGO copycat sets on this channel, but an absolute bombshell just dropped on the LEGO knockoff community and I have to talk about it. Most of the major sellers of a one-to-one LEGO clones are ceasing sales of copycat sets after pressure from the big L. This has many fans in an absolute frenzy for more information, with the Lepin subreddit coining the term Brickpocalypse. To help clear things up, I put together this video that explains what happened, why it happened, and what's next. Before we get started, you might be wondering why any brands are able to sell LEGO-like products. After all, doesn't LEGO hold copyrights and patents? The answer to that question is yes and no. LEGO certainly holds a trademark on its own logo and designs, but the issue of patents is more complicated. The original patent for plastic bricks expired in 1978, 20 years after it was first submitted in 1958. By the 1990s, plenty of other companies were producing compatible bricks using the same stud and tube design, often for significantly lower prices. To survive the competition, or rather snuff it out, LEGO has repeatedly tried to extend the patent or turn the patent into a trademark which doesn't expire. Both efforts have failed so far, although the company still has protection for its iconic minifig design, as well as patents for new pieces designed in the past 20 years. In other words, unless a set has a similar logo, contains a newer patented piece like this one, or mimics an existing design, it's fair game, at least when it comes to LEGO's intellectual property. Skipping ahead to the events of July 2024, it's important to note that this is far from the first time that a copycat company has been shut down, even in recent years. In 2017, LEGO won a court case in China that shut down Bella, having previously been granted the well-known trademark status for its logo and wordmark by the Beijing Higher Court. This was significant at the time, since Chinese officials tend to play it a bit more fast and loose when it comes to intellectual property. This result may have had to do with the fact that LEGO itself opened a factory in China in 2016, which employs well over 1,000 people. In 2017, an office in Shanghai with another 300 employees also opened its doors. As a side note, in its official about page for the Shanghai office, LEGO describes Shanghai as like an elegant older woman, fashionable and cultured, yet traditional at the same time. Nice one, LEGO. Since 2017, the company has expanded much more aggressively into China, despite fierce competition from domestic brands. In any case, this set the stage for a larger suit against another copycat company called Lepin, which was decided in LEGO's favor in 2020. Factories were raided, fines levied, and executives arrested. Of course, this didn't totally kill off the knockoff market, with many sets still being available in unbranded packaging. Lepin itself re-emerged under a different brand a few months later, and it was back to business as usual. This mostly continued unfettered until April of this year, when another huge case was won by LEGO. This knockoff manufacturer produced goods under several different brand names for years. And to be clear, when I say knockoff, I'm not talking about builds that look similar in design. These are identical in both build and packaging, with an obvious attempt to look like the real deal. It's a clear case of copyright infringement. The court found that the company had sold more than 1.1 billion yuan of goods, which is roughly 150 million US dollars. This is a drop in the bucket compared to LEGO's annual revenue of nearly 10 billion US dollars, but it's still one of the largest cases of copyright infringement in recent years. A few months later, rumblings began about LEGO officials visiting other factories of knockoff sets. While it's not clear exactly what happened, the result is that in July 2024, suppliers of knockoff sets stopped production. Popular knockoff seller Yomco was the first company to confirm this publicly, although it wasn't yet clear exactly what was going on. The message, posted on July 25th, reads that, due to some reasons, some Yomco products from the China warehouse will be delayed in shipment. At this point, it still wasn't clear exactly how serious the situation was, but it only took a few days for things to really come to a head. On July 29th, Yomco posted this message on its homepage, stating that, after carefully evaluating the production situation at the factory, the Yomco team has made the difficult decision to temporarily suspend sales of knockoff sets. This wasn't a complete 180 on the issue of copyright, with the message also reading, "We eagerly look forward to the day when we can offer you the knockoff sets again." The next day, another clone retailer called Mars Toy released a similar message that revealed a bit more about the situation. It stated, Marstoy received an official notification from the LEGO Brand Protection about an unauthorized use of LEGO Group intellectual property. In order to ensure the survival of our company, Marstoy has to make this decision. Marstoy will stop selling Alter Brick sets and minifigures. Alter Brick sets in this case means one-to-one clone sets. Minifigs are also protected, so those will also be removed from the shop. That same day, another retailer, Joy Bricks, posted a similar message, but stopped short of actually removing knockoff sets from its shop. We regret to inform you that due to the recent closure of several factories, our clone sets are facing severe production and supply issues. This might not sound like a big deal since it's just a few websites, but the truth is that there aren't many good places to buy knockoff Legos online. Really though, considering this is an illegal counterfeit product, it's a wonder they exist at all. Often you have to register on the site to see knockoff sets, and sometimes payment is made off-platform via PayPal. Many product pages for knockoff sets use the exact same images as the official LEGO sets. The minifigs are blurred out, but it's painfully obvious that it's the same image. The owners of two of the shops I've mentioned clearly know there's a legal liability here, since they both run separate shops under different names, but without any knockoff sets. It appears that this shutdown is also affecting sellers on AliExpress, with some Reddit users receiving refunds for knockoff sets ordered in the past week or so. LEGO clearly went after the factories here because trying to cut out the middleman is an unwinnable game of whack-a-mole. If you've ever tried to shop on AliExpress, you know exactly what I mean. Shops pop up and disappear overnight, and often there's a 50-50 chance that you'll receive your goods at all. At least on AliExpress, you have some recourse if things don't go your way. These shops, however, had been around for years and built up a reputation for offering good customer service and, well, not being a scam. Personally, I'm surprised this crackdown didn't happen sooner. While I'm sympathetic to builders who don't want to pay outrageous prices for retired or licensed sets, this kind of behavior is clearly illegal and detrimental to the industry. That said, things returned to normal pretty quickly after the 2020 Lepin raids. Lepin came back as King and Xingbao, both of which are still major manufacturers of knockoff sets. That doesn't mean there isn't a real risk of major fines and jail time, which has increasingly been the case. These are large operations with hundreds or thousands of employees, and not a guy on a street corner selling bootleg DVDs or fake Gucci handbags. Although to be honest, I would kind of love to see the brick version of that. But some of the stores I've mentioned have also opened warehouses in the US and EU, which is really poking the bill and bear. If these businesses aren't safe in China, they certainly aren't going to be safe in the EU. To be clear, we haven't yet seen this fully shake out. This may just be more scare tactics from the Big L, or it may be part of a wider crackdown with more arrests. It's too soon to tell. For now though, I'd recommend trying out some of the legitimate LEGO alternatives on the market because they really are excellent. I should know because I run a shop for legit alt brick sets here in Europe. Buy from my shop. Brands like Kada, Kobe, Fantasy, Funhole, Mega, Slubon, Panlos, Keeply, and even Mold King have made huge strides toward legitimacy with great builds at great prices. Many have official license deals or pay mockers for their designs. Not all of them, but many of them. Other brands like JM Bricklayer are modifying Chinese sets to remove any patented pieces and reselling them overseas in partnership with the original brand. All of these brands are cheaper than LEGO, and often they are identical in quality. If you look at Go Bricks, which supplies bricks to Fantasy, Mold King, and others, casual builders would be hard-pressed to tell the difference. They click just as well and they hurt just as bad when you step on them. The same is true for Technic pieces from Kada's in-house mold, which in my opinion surpass LEGO in quality. If you're into supercars, you can get an incredible build from Kada for way less than the insane prices LEGO is asking for the latest Technic cars. No matter what you're into, there are literally thousands of sets to choose from. If you want to get back into the hobby, or better yet, get your kids into the hobby, stop buying fake LEGO sets. LEGO's entire strategy for the past 20 years has been to stifle the competition. Through lawsuits, trademarks, patents, exclusivity agreements, and bullying, the brand has maintained an absolute stranglehold on the industry. I mean, not only is it the largest building block company in the world, it's also the largest toy company in the world, and it's not even close. I still love LEGO sets, but supporting real competition is the only way to move this industry forward. And to be honest, it isn't even hard. These sets are seriously cool and way more affordable when you take the time to look beyond the LEGO clone market. I've reviewed several sets on my channel with many more to come, so please consider subscribing if you'd like to learn more about the world of alt bricks. Thank you for watching.